In this wonderful solar system of ours, from our little planet here, planet Earth, and we look out into the sky around us, and the backdrop for the sun now has moved on, and it's moved into gateway number 50. And gateway number 50 has a very particular place in our lives. It's the gateway of values. So here we are, we're in the pale blue section in the top right-hand side here. We're just over halfway going from the horizontal, going up to the vertical there, the 50th, third one from the top in the blue section there. And the gate of values, and it's the gateway called the Ting. Now, when you go to China or Japan or places where they have temples, you will find one of these dings. And I'm getting the right pronunciation after many years of trying it. You'll find one of these dings outside the temple. And it is an enormous, generally bronze cooking pot, three-legged cooking pot, very balanced, enormous. And in times of plenty, everyone puts their joss stick in and lights the joss stick and sends off smoke and smells into the atmosphere and gives thanks, gives thanks that life is good, or, this is something that would really benefit my life, but generally speaking, life on earth is good. And I'm giving thanks and I'm praising my possibilities for life. What happens is when everything goes crazy, maybe there's a war or there's famine or there's pestilence or something like that, then the people in the temple will dump out the sand and the joss stick ash and all that stuff, and they'll clean the pot and fill it up with food and cook it, right? Put the three-legged cooking pot over the fire and cook it for the whole community. So the values here are recognizing, yes, absolutely give thanks when everything's cool, everything's good. But also remember that every now and again, everything goes to pieces. And yet we have this cooking pot so nobody's going to go hungry. And so it's the values of community. It's a very different source of values than the willpower sector in human design. That's all about what do you want? And what in your heart of hearts is going to be valuable for you. The 50th gateway is all about values for the community, for the society. Right? So generally speaking, everything's good. So we just put the blessings and the incense in the cooking pot. But then when everything is going to pieces and some remedy is required, then the 50th gateway just reminds us. Right? So there are 6 lines in this 50th hexagram. There are 6 different ways in which values are put out into the world. What are the values that keep us going? What are the values that keep society and the family situation, the community situation in order? So here we have the personal life theme of what we call the laws. Right? Conscious sun in the 50th gateway, conscious earth in the gateway number 3. So the gateway number 3 is the gateway of innovation. Right? Starting from scratch. It's an individual circuitry. It's about doing something new, something different. And so there's always that difficulty in getting something off the ground, getting it started. But that's what this life theme is all about, the laws. Right? Laws are things that always need to be changing to benefit the community, the society. That's the idea behind them. Then we look at the unconscious sun, and it's in gateway number 56. And the 56 is this relating of possibilities, relating of ideas, the shifting of beliefs that we have through our exposure to whatever it is that goes on in the world. Life keeps bringing us new experiences. And the 56, the gate of the wanderer, goes through all these different experiences and necessarily changes belief systems, belief patterns. And then the unconscious earth in the gateway number 60, the gate of limitations. What are the limitations? Well, the obvious one, I haven't got anything to eat. I can't breathe. I haven't got any money in the bank. I haven't got any gas in the car. These are all potential limitations. So it's about taking care of these things. And so those of you familiar with human design will recognize the 60 and the 3, right? The 2 earth placements make up a channel. And it's the channel of mutation. So this particular personal life theme of the laws is all about mutation. It's about making jumps in life from old perspectives into new ones, innovative perspective. But in the end, in this particular aspect of the life theme, it's all about the values that benefit the community, the neighborhood, the family. What are the values that benefit? How do we change laws every now and again? We do radical shift in changing the laws. So necessarily, anybody with this life theme, their life always takes jumps. Always, they're a hard act to follow sometimes, one day they're over here and then they have this mutated process where all of a sudden life's taken them in a different direction. And when the sun goes through this particular life theme for all of us, we're going to see some very foundational things that are going to be changing for us, right? Reinvention, mutation, whatever was done and fixed and set before, it's going to get moved around a little bit. And sure enough, the sun keeps on moving through and gets into the fourth line. Now, if you look very, very closely at the image here and you look at the large arrow, you'll see, yes, it's aimed at gate 50, but there's a line where it divides between Libra and Scorpio. And like you talk about two different sun signs, these two are just completely different from each other. Libra all about finding balance, and Scorpio all about transformation. And so this particular life theme, this life theme of values, is exactly where the sun has crossed out of Libra and gone into Scorpio. It's just over the border into Scorpio. And so we're dealing with a very, very different way of viewing our values in life. What are the essential things for us? Again, the unconscious earth is in the 3, but now we see that the unconscious sun has gone into the 31 and the unconscious earth has gone into the 41. So the 31 is very much about an influence, right? Very much about putting out logical possibilities, logical expressions. This would be the good thing to do. And the 41 is the gate of the start codon in genetics. And so the 41 is the dream, it's the vision, we're right at the beginning of something here. What can we do with all of this? And so this particular life theme is, you'll find when the sun goes through this part of the sky in these next days, you'll just find there's the possibility to completely upend our values, to go looking for something in a very, very different light. And just to see, we're likely to open up a different kind of a dream or a different kind of possibility for what we're going to do. And there's going to be a lot of influential news or stories or information coming our way. And so just to be really, really clear, this is a very key moment in the year when there's a big shift in attitude. Now, as we say, all of these gateways in the spleen center here are all about health and well-being. They're all about alertness. They're all about awareness. So if you can add anything to our life at this time, it's the awareness to be true to ourselves, regardless of what appears to be playing out around us and all the influences and all the possibilities. Yeah. The sun moves on and goes into the interpersonal life theme we call wishes. And so here the sun still in the 50th gateway, the gateway of values. And now we're in the 5th and 6th lines in this ding, in this cooking pot, in this place that holds the possibility for us to remember that the tides of life are always changing. Sometimes everything's great and life's just buzzing along, and other times there's hardship and pestilence and difficulties. And the 50th gate reminds us, step up in all of this. And so we call this the gateway of the life theme of wishes. What are the wishes, right? So the wishes are innovation in a way that brings benefit to the whole community. And then again, the influence through the 31 with the unconscious sun is the influences that take us forward in a way that, again, adds to the benefit for everybody involved. The unconscious earth in the 41, holding the vision, holding the imagination, the possibility of how things can progress and move on for the benefit of all. So we have one tribal gate, the 50th gateway, we have one individual gate, we have one logical gate, the 31, and one abstract gate, the 41. Anything is possible here. It's like, what do you wish for? What do you hope for? And people with this life theme, somehow or other, they always produce. You'll find we're including in this number here, Johnny Carson, right? This guy, he just held the floor, held the space for so many people to come in and express themselves. Kevin Kline, this extraordinary actor. Roman Abramovich, this guy that was a Russian oligarch, who still is a Russian oligarch, bought the Chelsea Football Club and then had to give it up because he was Russian. In the personal life themes, the life themes of the law, you might be interested to know. Netanyahu, this leader in Israel, this present time leader in Israel. Kim Kardashian has her own very particular mutative steps through life, lays out the law in her own very, very particular way. And the dear Timothy Leary, the one who opened up the whole expansion of LSD and what it could do, expanding consciousness. So as the sun goes through the 50th gateway, we'll see there's all kinds of things that are offered to us. What are the values? What are the things that are important for us in life? What are the things that we see that we hold for a rainy day? What do we wish for? What are we looking to see in our world? So, very particular time, the sun going through the Ting, the cooking pot. All of these life themes, 192 life themes, are in this Book of Destinies, available in all good bookstores, now in multiple languages around the world, and part of the Human Design Trilogy here. Definitely recommended reading for these times of massive change as we move into a new era altogether. So many blessings. May your wishes be fulfilled. And we'll see you next time.